Okay, what's up? So we're going to do, well, no, not me, but I'm gonna do a video about story time, since a lot of y'all wanted a story time. About the time I almost got arrested. Y'all, let me tell you, it was like a big group of friends, and that's whenever the name that shall not be spoken, he came over, and then his friends came over, and then my brother's friends came over, and then my friends came over, and yeah, we were about to just go, you know, trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. And everything was straight at first. We went to the first house, we got some candy. The second house, my old neighborhood was kind of crazy. The second house, we went up to the lady's house. That was when one of my brother's friends, I guess he took more than what he was supposed to, because it said only like take about maybe 3 pieces of candy. He took probably a handful and he took off running. And the woman's son, he's like this little kid, he starts taking off after the boy. So we're just like, we go up there, we're going up next, and you know, we get some candy and stuff, and then the woman comes running out and she's screaming, she's cussing up a storm. She's like, yeah, she was going off. She was going off. She starts yelling at us, and she was like, was that y'all's friend? That was probably y'all's friend. Let me tell you, she got in our face. She freaking called us trash. She called us a whole bunch of names. She's sitting here going off on us, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to, like, you know, get this little kid some candy, because he had brought his little siblings with us. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're just trying to get them some candy. My littlest brother, he took off with my brother's friends. Oh, that's whenever we get down the road and we see them down the road. Mind y'all, this woman is following us. Like, she's walking right behind us, still cussing us out, still calling us names, and she's like, she's still following us. And then she gets in front of us and she's like, is that those over there? And I was like, me and the boy that shall not be spoken of, we're behind the woman, like, go. We're like telling them to run. My little brother sees me and he's like, oh shoot, that's Liz, we gotta go. And so he takes off running first. Then the boy that I was with, his friend takes off running. Then my brother's friend takes off running. And bruh, this woman took off. I thought she was a track star. She was running fast. I was like, oh my gosh. So then we start taking off running, trying to see where they at. By the time we get to the end of the street, they're gone. Me and my friend, we went to the front of the neighborhood to see if they ran out the neighborhood. And the boy and his little brother walked down the street to see if they were over there. And we couldn't find them. So then, come to find out, my other friend pulled up while we were out here doing all this stuff. He finds us and he's like, okay, what's going on? Like, he's sitting here actually want to go trick-or-treating and stuff, and I'm sitting here like, I gotta find my little brother. Like, we can't do nothing till I find him. We look over and they got my brother, like, the woman has my brother's friend by the shirt, and she's dragging him down the road all the way to her house. I'm like, I need to call my brother to see if he's fine. So I called him, and he's sitting here like, nah, bruh, I'm not telling you where I'm at, because you might be with that woman, bruh. She was fast. We had to take off running through the cut in the woods. I fell in the ditch and all. We finally found them, because they told us they told us where they were. They were hiding in the room. So they went how the neighborhood is set up. There's like trees in the cut. So this is the cut. There's a set of houses over here and there's a set of houses over here. They ran around the cut into the other neighborhood, went through the cut. My house is right here, and then they went to the house and hid inside the room. I asked them how my brother's friend got caught. He said his big behind fell in the ditch and was too slow to get back up. And so the lady caught him. We go back to the house. My friend that pulled up has his own truck. So we all hopped in the back of the truck and went to the next neighborhood. Because by that time, my neighborhood was filled with cops already. Because that woman called the cops on us. And said that we pushed our kid for the freaking candy. We didn't push that kid, bruh. He was freaking chasing us. Sorry, y'all. And we're in the next neighborhood. We, you know, like we probably went to maybe 3 houses. And my mom would start calling me. She went to screaming. And then she was like, give your little brother the phone. So I handed my little brother. I kid you not, you could hear her. And she told us to go back. We go back, and my brother's friend is sitting at my house with my mom with the cops. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm finna get arrested. I'm finna go to jail. Before we pulled up, the cop left. He went down the other road back to that woman's house. My mom was talking to us. She told me and my brother to get out of the truck. I told my friend to get out in the front of the neighborhood because that was her first time out the house in forever. So we wasn't trying to get her in trouble and then have her not be able to get out the house again. I had my friend drive down the road with what I was with, his friend and his little brother down the road. This woman come back. Now she's trick-or-treating with her kids. And she come down the road and she's like, she sees us. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then my brother's friend come down there with us. After we just told this woman we don't know him. He comes down to us, starts talking to us, and she comes over and she's like, aren't y'all the 2 girls that was over there at my house stealing all the candy, pushing my kids? And didn't you say that you didn't know this boy? I was like, oh shit. So then her husband, she's with her husband too, and all these kids. And they're sitting here lecturing us. My mama started to walk down, but she figured like, okay, no, they probably know each other, so let me not. So then she goes back to the house. After the lady lectures us and calls us names again and all this other stuff, I walk back to my house. My mom's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I just went to spaz it. I was like, man, lady, and she's sitting here yelling at us, all this other stuff. My mama said, oh no.
Oh, you got a bitch fucked up.
This lady had the audacity to try to come down where we were and get candy from my house. And my mama went to spazzing. And this lady called my mama trash. And my mama called her a thought. She was like, maybe if you didn't dress the way that you dressing right now, you wouldn't have all these kids, you stupid thought. I was like, in the back, you got my brother talking about some, well, happy Halloween. And then we all went inside and my mama's still going off. Sorry, y'all, I'm kind of sick. But yeah, that was the story of how I almost got arrested. Like, you know, subscribe, press the notifications button for more. If you like this video, share it, you know, shout me out on Instagram. My YouTube name is the same as my Instagram, so you know you gotta shout me out, help me out, get me up there. Thank you. But yeah, that's it. We out.